Hey again, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So I just wanted to pop a video on here this weekend to give you guys a bunch of updates on things. It's been kind of a crazy week, as March always is, but I wanted to give you an update on a lot of things, including this ranunculus, which has totally gotten away from me. I should have planted it last week, but I got so busy at the storefront with the spring open house. And then this week we had a blizzard. A literal blizzard. We got, I don't even know how many inches of snow, at least 8, possibly closer to 10, winds at 50 to 60 miles per hour. We could not see anything. My daughter and I were snowed in for about a day and a half, which honestly was kind of nice, but I didn't want to put these right out in the hoop house with the sudden drop in cold temps, and so they just got away from me. They also were not directly under the grow lights, and so you can definitely tell which direction the light was away from them. So anyway, we're going to be walking out into the hoop house in this video. I'm going to take a couple trays out there, show you what's going on in there with the fall planted plants that I have, and also the ranunculus that wintered over. I want to give you a full update on that. I want to also take you downstairs and show you the hydroponic tulips I have, the soil force tulips I have, and show you all my seeds. And yeah, just give you an update on a few other things. And then you'll see what's going on at the Urban Flower Farm in March. So I think first, let's go downstairs first, and I want to show you everything that I have growing. I did do a ton of seed starting before the blizzard the beginning of this week, so I have a lot on the grow shelves. So let's head downstairs. All right, so we're headed down the stairs into the basement. This is my grow space. Ta-da! It doesn't look like much right when we come down. But, and I'll try to move my camera slowly, I have 3 grow shelves full right now. So I started a lot of these the beginning of this week and the end of last week. I have a lot of snapdragons, yarrow, stock, rudbeckia. This is a tray of feverfew. It's looking really good. Ooh, let's look at this tray of rudbeckia. I see a lot popping up under there. Not total germination yet, so I'm going to leave these humidity domes on a little bit longer. Over here, we've got more snapdragons, lots of straw flower. This is a straw flower. This is a straw flower. Snapdragon, snapdragon. This is honeywort and mahogany splendor hibiscus, and it looks like that is the mahogany splendor hibiscus that's coming up through the lid. This is an entire tray of yarrow that's looking really good. This is Fama White Pincushion flower, looking really, really good. This is my little table with my seed starting stuff. I have my seeds, markers. Right here in that box, which you probably can't see, is my bale of Pro Mix. And this is where I sit and do all my seed sorting. It's pretty awesome. This last grow shelf, these are 2 trays of peppers that my husband started. And if we move up, these I just took the humidity dome off a little bit ago, and they were stretching for the fresh air. That's more peppers. What my husband is going to do with 372 trays of peppers, I have no idea. But I've got some more things here. I did ageratum, status, more rudbeckia. I've got my own peppers and tomatoes and onions right here. This is another tray of rudbeckia, I believe. That might be another tray of yarrow. Just all kinds of things going on. I'm pretty caught up on seed starting. The end of the season seed starting will take place, maybe in another week or so. And when we go back upstairs, I'll tell you what's in that list. Back in the corner here are my ranunculus and anemones. All the trays are looking good. The tray that's not so far along right over here, sorry, my finger's blurry. That is anemones. I'm probably going to be moving all of these out to the hoop house today till I plant them out tomorrow, which I'll do a video on that. But this table in the middle here is really what I wanted to show you guys. These are all my Easter tulips, or I hope that some of them down here on the end, the hydroponic ones, are further along. I'm hoping these bloom maybe by April 8th, some of them, because I need to do 10 table arrangements for a specific order. If my garden goes like last year, I'll also have daffodils. But these are hydroponic bulbs. These are ones that were left over. You're really not supposed to do hydroponic bulbs this late in the season, which is probably why they're not looking so good. I'm hoping I at least get a few blooms out of here. But if we get around my cords, these are all my soil force tulips, and these are for this time of year. And you can see them peeking through the soil. Look at all of these. Look at those peeking through the soil. So these are all bright and cheery colors for Easter. I have 7 crates, and I am really excited about these. These will be for my bouquet subscriptions, and then any leftover will be for separate orders. So as you can see, the grow room is getting full, and I'm right on schedule now with all of my seeds starting. What I have left to start for seeds are usually around April 1st, and those are things like amaranth, celosia, saponaria, the real warm season things that don't take very long to start, like the 4 to 6 weeks range. Then, of course, once we're past the frozen soil and I can start direct seeding in the garden, I'll probably do some things like my bread seed poppies, my buplorum. I'm hoping my bells of Ireland come up again on their own, some larkspur. And then once we're past frost and I can start direct seeding the warm season crops in the ground, that's when I'm going to start doing my succession plants of sunflowers, which I do every couple weeks. And then I'll be planting all of my zinnias. So I'm on the tail end of my seed starting, but everything is looking really good. So what we're going to do next is I need to fill my water can up, and we're going to go head out to the hoop house, and I want to water in my ranunculus that wintered over by surprise. And then I'm going to carry these out there and set these out there. I'm going to take everything out there today because I can cover these with frost cloth if I need to, but I just want to get them out there so they're out of the basement. I plan to plant these tomorrow or the next day, but I'll do a video on that. So let's get a water can and let's head out to the hoop house. This is the water can that I love to carry around. It's from Gardener's Supply, and it's either 3 or 3.5 gallons. At this point, I could also throw some fertilizer in there for my ranunculus, which is the Neptune's Fish Emulsion. I don't have any handy, so I'll probably do that next week. All right, we're heading out. And you can see I do not have a very direct path, so I'm probably not going to film as I make my way here. I have a little path here, and I literally have to hop through the garden, through the snow, and over that way. It's a little bit of a crazy route. I can step on this Russian sage because it's going to get cut back anyway. Oh, we're seeing the end. I've got to get a real path through that drift so I can just hop that way. Okay, we made it. So my greenhouse, I'll put that picture back up on the screen. My greenhouse has seen better days. It had quite a few panels gone before the blizzard, but the blizzard definitely accentuated how sad it looked. I'm going to be fixing that this spring so it's all back to normal. Then yesterday I had to get out here with a broom and take all the snow off of the roof of the hoop house. So it's looking much better. Okay, in we go. Oh, it's nice and toasty in here. Oh, and I just heard some snow fall off of the top again. All right, so in the middle, this is where that self-seeded ranunculus is coming up. I'm going to go ahead and water that in first, and then I'll give you a tour of what everything else is in here that I have growing. All right, so hopefully you guys can see me, but this ranunculus that is coming up in here, I did a video on it maybe a week or so ago. This 2/3 of the bed, I just did not get to taking the corms out last year, and I thought, you know what, it'll be okay. They're just gonna rot in here, feed the soil over the winter. I had direct seeded sunflowers and zinnias and cress and a whole bunch of stuff over top of it last year. Well, I came in a couple weeks ago and all these were sprouting. They totally wintered over in here. So it's like free ranunculus. I'm so excited. Of course, I don't know what kinds they are because nothing is labeled anymore, but I can guess a few, and so that's going to be really exciting. So what I'm going to do with the ranunculus that I pre-started for this year is I have the whole third of the bed, which is behind the camera, but I'm just going to interplant them in here and maybe pop some in over here where I have empty holes. But this is going to be really exciting. I also have a bunch of other green, which actually, let me grab the camera and show you what else is coming up now. All right, so all of this that's coming up, this obviously is not ranunculus. I am quite certain that this is all a type of cress that I planted last year, which makes me very happy because I absolutely love that kind. So I may thin this out a little bit because it's quite thick here, but I'm gonna let this go and hopefully have some early filler. But these ranunculus are just looking so good. They're nice and green. And now that we're having some nice temperatures, this is just going to really start filling up. So as far as everything else I have planted in here, this is the campanula. It's the Champion White, looking phenomenal, barely lost any plants. This is definitely the thing that winters over the best for me. I grew it last year and it literally was as tall as, went up to my shoulders. It was awesome. Now the experiments that I have going, snapdragons, they've got, you know, some brown frost, tip damage. If I can focus on it, they're not looking awesome, but they're not looking bad either. The ones next to the edge died off, but a lot of them are looking good. I think they'll be fine. They'll start branching out and growing. You know, it's just like I pinched them if the top died off. So I've got quite a few looking good. This area, I think that I got a draft in here. These died off, so I can plug something else in there. Oh, over here I actually see a larkspur coming up. Or no, nigella, because I have a ton of nigella there and a ton of nigella there. I'm going to thin that out and let that go. The other thing that is looking amazing, these are all dianthus. I would have to look up what color I planted in here. It's one of the kinds of dianthus that has the big ball of blooms at the end. These are looking so good. So I would say campanula and dianthus, zone 5 in a high tunnel, definitely winter over. How the snapdragons perform is yet to be seen, but I think definitely worth the experiment. Now, the one other thing that I have in here, this is feverfew, and I've gotten 2 seasons of feverfew out of this. I see one green speck right in here. I'm wondering if these are dead. I mean, as of right now, they look dead. I see one more green speck over there. I'm going to give them another week because this week is going to be warm weather. And if I see growth, great. Ooh, I see a little green over here. If I don't see growth, it's getting ripped out because I need this space. The concrete blankets, those will get moved. Since that soil is insulated, that should be thawed. And then I'm probably going to put my first round of plugs in there, which come in a week or so. And those are snapdragons and lisianthus. Just another view of the snow. That's all about 3 feet deep from drifts. So clearly I won't be planting outside anytime soon, but that's okay. I got the hoop house to work in. And we're back inside the building. And as far as the storefront goes, it is full for spring. Last week was my spring open house, and it was great. And I've started, these are really cute actually. I've started to get some garden accessories in for Easter baskets. And then this week, the plant truck brought me some cactuses. I'm starting to get succulents. So it's going to be a really fun spring. This is the area that I call the garden department. We've got plant food, water cans, garden supplies. I've got some garden tools coming, you know, full line of plant food made from worm castings. I've got kids' garden tools for Easter, and a lot of this is available online. So if you would like to support the store and are not able to come shop in person, please visit my website and order online. I'm actually shipping an order of some cute ceramic garden tags today. So thank you for who ordered that. All right, so I'm gonna cut this video off here. I'm gonna run these ranunculus out to the hoop house and the rest of the ones from the basement. I gotta open the shop in like 20 minutes and I gotta run to the bank too. So it's another crazy day, but I hope that you guys are having a great March. Comment below with what you're starting for the garden right now and anything that you guys have exciting going on. I love to see the conversation on the videos. And I'll have another video next week when all my ranunculus gets planted out in the hoop house. More seed starting. I will keep you updated on the tulips. It's going to be a really fun season. So anyway, stay tuned for a lot more as usual. We'll see you soon.